Boom. Yes, people, back with another one, man. And today I'm going to be talking about why it's actually quite easy to be above average, especially in 2025 as a man. You don't really have to do much. And it's why when people say it's okay being average, it's cool and stuff, I hear it. Everyone's got their own goals and stuff they want to do in this lifetime, right? But being above average is so easy in today's day and age, bro. That's why I feel like you have to strive for more. That's just my mindset. So I'm gonna be talking about why being an above average man is not as hard as you think, bro. The first thing I'm gonna start off with is fitness, bro. I got into fitness from early. I'm mid 20s now, maybe late teens. I got into fitness, and yeah, I never looked back. It was the base. It's basically, I want to say, the best decision I've ever made in my life to get into fitness, and it happened by accident. It wasn't because I wanted to start. I wanted to get a six pack or whatever. I just went to the gym because my boy did, and my personality is basically pushing the bar out. I like to push the bar. I like to push the boat out. I like to see where I can take things. So I just stuck at it, and here I am today, fitter and healthier than ever. So most of these things I'm gonna say, if you do, you're gonna be above average fitness. If you're, I'm not even talking about having a six pack, right? If you're, if you're fit, yeah, if you're fit, you're automatically above average, bro. You're automatic because most people are unfit or unhealthy, where they're obese or even too skinny. Most people, they're not healthy, right? So if you're fit, you're automatically above average. Now, if you can have a visible six pack, you're probably top 5%, I think, top 5-10%. Might even be smaller, but basically no one has six packs. Basically, no matter how much you see online, and this is one thing I had to realize as well, because as I got into fitness, I started watching fitness YouTube and YouTubers with their physiques, and Instagram and seeing people doing workouts. Obviously, all these people are fit. You start to think in your head that everyone's like that, when it's a complete opposite. It's only a small population of the people are like that, and everyone else is basically unhealthy or unfit. Fitness is getting more popular. I'm not going to say it's not, but just down to social media. You have your run clubs and fitness events and all of that stuff. But still, if you're, as a guy, if you have a visible six pack, just know you're in that elite category where not many men on this earth have. If you can see if you can see a visible six pack, you're basically elite. You're top of the top, basically. So, and it's not, the maddest thing is, it's not that hard to get it. I think it took me how many years to get a six pack, bro? I don't even know. But it wasn't down to how it wasn't. I feel like it took me a bit longer than it should have, just down to knowledge. When I started personal training and I actually started to learn about nutrition, it's like, oh shit, you don't actually have to do all of that. You can just eat the right things and all of this stuff, and it's basically easier. The fat's gonna shred like that. You get it? So yeah, fitness is basically the main thing. If you're fit as a man, you have a six pack, you're in shape, you got muscle mass, you're basically above average. And you're probably even, no, you're top, let's say 10%. But you don't even need a six pack to be above average. You can have like a beach body, or just be like slim, or just in shape. You're not, how can I say it? You're not shredded or whatever, but you're just like, you're not fat, you're in shape, you got a bit of muscle mass and stuff. Even that is above average in itself, and that's the whole point of this video, bro. You don't, it's that's not hard to obtain, and it's above average already. So let's go on to finances. In the UK, I think if you have over 100, if you have over a grand in your bank account, you're above average. That's not hard to do, bro. Especially for guys still at home. If you're still at home and stuff, you should be able to save above. You should have be able to have above £1,000 in your bank account. And yeah, the average person, well, the average man has even less with credit card debts and stuff like that. £1,000 is really nothing, right? I don't mean, I'm not the, trust me, I'm far from the richest guy, bro. I'm far from the richest guy, yeah. But I don't mean to say that as a throwaway. I don't care. I'm not considerate to people who don't have £1,000. But most of us that are like fit, able men, you should be able to use your body at least to like save up £1,000, and you're already above average in that sense if you've got over a grand in your account. without like any credit card debt or whatever. So this is, it's not hard. It's really not hard to be above average. This is why I strive for more, because all of these things that I'm naming, I do have over £1,000 in my account. I do have a six pack. All of this, I do have a social life. That's another thing. Like, average man doesn't even have a fucking social life, bro, or sex life. All of this stuff I'm naming, I do have, and it's not, bro. I still don't live this great life, bro. It's just like, yeah, like it's not. I don't live. I wouldn't say I live a great life, bro. That's why I'm still striving for more. But the average man doesn't have a sex life, bro. Even it's getting bad. Even like with married men, ain't having sex life. They're turning to corn, and that it's like it's getting as tough. But I think the average guy has sex 3 times a year. Not with, I'm saying, not with 3 people. I'm saying they have sex 3 times a year. If you have a sex life, you're above average. And it's not, maybe I was gonna say it's not that hard to have a sex life, but maybe it is in 2025. You guys know what you have to do, bro. You gotta get your bread up, looks maxing and all of that stuff. Go get your bread up, have a better social life, have better social skills. All of these stuff I've worked on, which has led me to have a way better sex life or whatever. So yeah, bro, the average guy doesn't have a sex life. The average guy doesn't have £1,000 in their account. The average guy is fat and overweight. These are all things that are easily obtainable if you just do the bare minimum on yourself. If you just do the bare minimum. And this goes on to my next point. To be above average in looks is easy. Honestly, to be above average in looks is easy. Now, I'm not saying I'm the best looking guy on earth, but I don't think I'm ugly. You got whatever. I don't think I'm ugly, yeah. So I do certain things to make myself look better, especially when I'm going out, right? I make sure I have a skincare routine. I take care of my skin, I exfoliate. I'll make sure I wear the correct perfumes. I make sure I'm dressed well. I make sure I have my little jewelry or whatever. I make sure I have a lineup, my bed's not scruffy. These are all not, grooming yourself is above average. Deep it, bro. Just keeping yourself groomed is above average. If you do all of that stuff, you're more than likely going to be above average. Because most men ain't grooming themselves. Most men ain't putting on deodorant. Most men ain't worried about how they look, how they present themselves. Most men don't give a toss about that. So if you're grooming yourself, that would make you look better, which will put you above average. I feel like looks and weight are linked as well, because the leaner you are, the better you look. Like your face comes out. And as I got lean, my face started coming out, and it's like there's more angularity to my face or whatever, which makes you more attractive. So that's what I'm saying. It's all linked. You get in shape, you look better. Everything's linked, but all of this stuff is not hard to do. It's not hard to do at all. It's just like, so why would I aim for being above average? So all of that shit that I just named, I have more than £1,000 saved. I have a social life. I groom myself up. I'd say I'm above average looking. I have a six pack. I have a six pack that puts me in top 10%. I have a sex life. All of this stuff, yeah. I feel like I ain't done nothing in life. These are just general things you can do. Training takes what? Not, you can train an hour a day, bro. You'll see a mad difference. Or get your 10K steps in. You'll see a mad difference, yeah. Just make sure you're watching what you're eating. What else did I name? So that's like fitness. As I said, looking good, like groom. All you have to do is groom. If you groom yourself, you're gonna be above average, because most men don't groom themselves. Most men don't have a skincare routine. I don't have a mad. I have my, like, I use Sierra V. Sierra V. Nothing else touches my face, but Sierra V. The cream and the wash. Nothing else touches my face but Sierra V. And I grew up with terrible acne, bro. Terrible acne. And until I went through so much products, trying to try so much things, not knowing that I had to pattern my diet. Once I got into fitness, I started patterning my diet, and then I started using Sierra V. That's when my face cleared up. It started clearing up. So all of this stuff is not hard to do. It's not hard to do, bro. And this puts you above average. And if you're above average, you're basically doing well, right? But are you really? It's like, because the bar is so low, is what I'm saying. are you really doing that well? Like, am I really doing this well, bro? Yeah, I have over £1,000 saved up, but I'm not the richest guy in the world. I look decent, but I'm not the longest guy in the world. Yeah, I'm fit. I got a six pack or whatever, but I'm not the most fittest guy in the world. I still drink and do all of that shit. So it's like the bar's so low. It's not that hard to be above average. Honestly, it's not that hard. So why would I aim to just be okay? I'm better than everyone else. I'm above average. No, I need to have my standards as high as they can be and strive for that, bro. That's just my outlook on outlook on stuff. And it's not to beat yourself up about it because because I have high standards for myself, bro. Honestly, and sometimes it takes a toll on me mentally. I'm not where I want to be. I need to be doing more, etc., etc. And my boy just like, bro, you know, you're actually doing like well, you're doing decent, you're doing better than most men. You're doing better than most men. And I'm like, yeah, but most men they don't even have drive, bro. Like, I don't care. I'm trying to I want to be lit in all areas. I want to have the most finances I can have. I want to take care of my family. Like, I want to be able to throw money to my family, however, bro. I want to have the longest things, bro. I want to be the fittest I can be. I want to feel healthy. I want it all, bro. I want to, how can I explain it? I feel like that's what life's about. And because basically, it's basically what I'm saying is sounding perfect, right? There's a fly. What I'm saying sounds perfect, right? But because perfect isn't attainable, that just means that there's always something more to strive for. There's always something more to work for. I can always have a better diet. I can always save more money. It's never, why should I just be above average and then chill out? The bar's so low and it doesn't mean that I have a good life anyway. It's like, bro, it's still, I have a better life than most men, yeah, but it's still not the greatest. I gotta do more. And that's just the gap. It's actually mad how low the bar is, honestly, for an average guy. So yeah, bro, that's my reasons on why it's actually quite easy to be above average. It's not hard. And why I put so much pressure on myself to strive for more, bro. Because I'm above average now and life's still not life and like that, to be honest. There's still more shit to do and I'm gonna get that shit done. But yeah, bro, that video is kind of passionate still. But like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz, and I'll catch you on the next one in a bit.